Hi everyone. So with the workshop ramp and my office and everything else in here, it's going to take about 2 to 4 weeks to get it all sorted out. A lot of it's not in my control. I went and bought a Category N write-off from Copart. Not just any write-off from Copart, a 2003 Audi S6 Avant. Now, I have a real problem with seeing sorry looking cars and rescuing them. Whether this ends up being a financial disaster or actually a very nice car for very little additional outlay, we will see. I'll document that on YouTube. Hopefully it won't take very long. There are a few issues with it, mostly cosmetic, I hope, but it did drive in here. So that bodes well, and it did sound fantastic when it did. We shall see what it ends up like. I'd rather not just get it back on the road and have it looking like this. I'd rather it looked near enough how it rolled out of the Audi showroom, but on a very low budget to do it up. As you will now see, it's looked better, I think, in its years. When you think about its first owner spending a small fortune on it, this is a very sad thing to see. And who knows, it may end up sticking around, or I may end up selling it on. Knowing me, I'll probably try and keep hold of it, but I really probably have to sell it. The idea is, yeah, I get this done pretty much before I start getting the TVRs in, and have some fun in the process. Keeps me busy. And I'll give you a little tour around the car. For those of you that don't really know much about these cars, these are the C5 generation Audi A6. They've got a 4.2 litre petrol V8, all in the UK market at least, mated to an auto gearbox. Quattro all drive, very, very fat tyres. They're quite fun. I had a 4.2 saloon many years ago and I really enjoyed it. Did drink fuel though. However, these days, depreciation is such a factor that I don't actually think that the fuel consumption matters all that much. It's before the emissions-based road tax here in the UK, which is quite handy because I think this will definitely fall into the top bracket otherwise. Yeah, this particular example is everywhere you look, it's a bit of a disaster zone. So it's covered in a lot of greenery because the delivery truck from Copart did catch quite a lot of the trees coming down here, but luckily didn't damage the car at all. There's a few little bits of rust on the roof, but nothing too bad. That's a common spot on these. Most of the bodywork, if you just look at the doors, actually, if you look at the doors, it looks okay, but somebody's kind of tinted the back windows, but not the rearmost window. Oh, they have done the rear window. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. There's some interesting paintwork here on some of the chrome bits. The wheels are all absolutely terrible. I mean, could it get worse looking than that? And obviously, whilst we're looking at this area here, this wing does not match the rest of the car. It's also paint flaking off. It's got a bit bent. There's holes in it. It looks like Frankenstein's monster, the way it's kind of been screwed to the bumper, or the bumper screwed to it. The headlamps are just kind of very cloudy. The front bumper, which I suspect is actually the reason it was a Category M write-off, just has this little tiny dip here, and it's obviously been pushed back slightly. The reasons behind that does not surprise me, because I'm sure a brand new bumper and all the repairs to Audi standards, given the rest of the condition of the rest of the car, it just wouldn't have been economical to do. But we're going to do it more economically than the insurers would. As we walk around, yes, you can see the bumper is kind of hanging off. It's just covered in detritus, no better way to say it. Yeah, there's a bit of rust on these rear arches. Not too bad, I hope. But yeah, there is actually most of the panels, apart from the tailgate, front wing and the front bumper, are fairly straight. Yeah, it's in the tailgate slightly misshapen. I'll probably repair actually. The boot seems to have a panel kind of there, full of rubbish from the person who probably just had it towed away when it was written off. However, the condition of the interior itself actually seems quite good. It actually seems quite tidy in here. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be very much to do in here, apart from there's an amazing amount of little California air fresheners there. I hope that's not for a good reason. Recaro seats in the S6 here in the UK. I'm not sure if the American market got them as standard, but it should be a pretty cool car. It did sound incredible when I drove in here off the truck, but that was with a jump start, and I've just gone to charge it up now, and the battery is so dead it won't even charge. It's got Bose audio. There was a standard fit sub in the boot, RNSE head unit, if you know about Audi stuff. I don't know what that means, but it sounded good. Yeah, random bits kind of hanging off it. The headlining is kind of, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's kind of stapled in to stop it hanging down. It's just generally very ugly looking, very tired looking. I would love to start it up and show you how it sounds. I'll probably find a clip from it when I drove it in. It's done about 125,000 miles, something like that. Still has an MOT on it, believe it or not. So actually, I could stick a battery on it and start using it. However, I wouldn't want to like this. You can see the bumper bar hasn't really pushed in to anything. The aircon condenser, everything, that's still all straight. This all looks really good. Nothing to alarm me here, and it did run really smoothly. So, yeah. So that's my introduction to my Audi S6. Kind of hopefully quick little project. We shall see. Please remember to like and subscribe. A lot of the content on here is going to be TVR and fabrication based, with some very random projects along the way. Just generally having fun with cars, really. So yeah, join me for the ride. And if you're interested in this car, be interested to see what you think of the transformation of it over the next month. Cheers, bye.